For being honest, This is a new thing that the Election Commission is trying for this election cycle called a Meet the Candidates event. So since last Friday on the 4th, all campaigns, or well, anyone running on the ballot per se, would have turned in their appendices. We invited all campaigns that filed to have their executive candidates have an opportunity to come speak to a group of students who might still be interested in hearing about all campaigns or joining a campaign. Election Commission has extended the deadline for general members to turn in appendices until March 21st. So that's the Monday after spring break. So this opportunity is for you to hear about campaigns, why they're running, any topics they're really passionate about, and seeing if that might align with any interests you have in serving the school, bettering the school, or just having a good time this semester. So following each campaign, kind of coming up here and speaking about themselves, we're going to give pizza outside, so you can have the opportunity to mingle around with the different campaigns that have introduced themselves and talked about themselves for a little bit. Eat pizza, ask them more questions if you might have them. We don't want this to turn into some heated debate so much as a positive atmosphere in which SGA is trying to foster and promote all campaigns and elections as a whole. And then side note that's personal, kind of selfish for me. So government affairs, or just SGA as a whole, has been working on a petition in regards to supporting the Office for Diversity and Inclusion. So if you haven't seen that petition website link at all and are interested in reading that language, come speak to me and I can direct you to that link because it's a little complicated to just blurt it out. And then we also have up front some resources to write letters to legislators on the Senate Finance Committee. So if you're really passionate about the topic and would like the opportunity to write letters to legislators, we'll send them off for you so you don't have to go through the hassle of getting stamps, because I'm not sure. I'm kind of old-fashioned and I like stamps and sending letters. I'm not sure how many of you do. So we'll go get stamps and send them off for you. But if you want to look at the list of senators on that finance committee, I also write down their counties. You can come up and write a letter during our meeting period. Okay. Any questions before we begin? Awesome. Well, we're going to go alphabetical because no one wanted to go first by campaign. Sorry. So Challenge is going to come up first and speak about themselves.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming out tonight. My name is Alex Pennycuff, and I'm the presidential candidate for the Challenge campaign.
I'm Paul Edwards, and I'm the vice president candidate for the Challenge campaign.
So kind of why we decided to run for this position, if you were to ask Fuller or myself, 3 months ago, if we ever saw ourselves running for these two positions, we would tell you, no way. No way do we see ourselves doing this. But over the course of the semester, we kind of saw a lot of things happen and a lot of things that we felt like we could help with. Right now, I think there's a lot of disconnect from the students to administration. A lot of times it seems like SGA is more reactive than proactive, and sometimes it feels like, student government is a voice that kind of relays messages from the administration to the students, when really SGA should be a voice for the students and not to the students. And that comes from a lot of the issues that we tackle, the issues that SGA should be tackling. If you're walking down the walkway and you see an SGA banner or anything affiliated with SGA, the issues that they should be tackling should make you stop, turn your head left, and really say, dang, that's something that I'm passionate about. That's really something that we want to tackle. So our campaign is really looking at a lot of, where's our tuition dollars being spent? How can we better parking? Parking is a huge thing on this campus, and we're not going to make any promises we can't keep. We can't, promise to build parking garages any faster than already being built. So we have to look at different forward routes and different and creative ways to get the student body more involved. I think Fuller wants to talk a little bit more about Senate.
Yep, definitely. We want to help improve Senate. We want to reform it. We want to have weekly Senate meetings so we can go through legislation quicker. We want to be able to get through legislation. I have legislation eight bills at one time. We want to be able to go through them, think about them, go through them efficiently, talk about them, and debate them, and not be on crunch time and have to end the meeting early. And also we want to improve student liaisons. We want to expand on that and get more student groups represented so they can go and talk to the people in their groups and tell them what's going on in SGA and get them more involved.
So SGA needs to really tackle some big issues. You know, we don't need to just sit in Senate and pass bills that are going to ban smoking or raise tuition dollars or raise student fees. We need to be fighting for the students, and we need to be tackling issues that they want. So that's kind of where we came from. I've always for the students, not to the students, and that's really what we brought ourselves on. So we appreciate you all coming and listening to us. So thank you all for listening.
Thank you. And then the next campaign to speak is Hardy Morris McCandless. I felt like I was going to get that word mixed up.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this meeting. I appreciate it. There's a big turnout. I was expecting like 10 people, and there's like 100, so that's always good news. My name is James Hardy. I'm running for student body president with the Hardy Morris McCandless campaign.
My name is Matthew Morris. I'm running for vice president here with the Hardy Morris McCandless campaign.
Following them, I'm Caitlin McCandless, and I'm running for student services director.
We have a lot of reasons for running, but the main reason is that we all share the same values, and I think this starts from our experience being a UT student from day one here at UT. I know I can speak for myself when I say that in my 2.5 years here, I've met a ton of incredible people, like thousands of people who are smarter than I am, who care a lot, who are faster than I am, who are funnier than I am. Really, honestly, people who do a lot of incredible things that I know that I can never do and I can't do it myself. And so the reason we're running is because we want to be able to be an advocate for every single student here. Lately, I think we can all agree that there's been a lot of hostility on campus. There seems to be hostility among students, different student groups, hostility between students and the administration, between the administration and the state, just all around feelings of hostility. So we want to be here to be able to advocate for day-to-day changes that make the daily lives of students better. We don't want to advocate for things like raising tuition dollars, as Alex Pinnicott from Florida would say, sorry. And we don't want to advocate for things that are just policy points that don't actually do anything, that just say something and don't actually mean anything. We have a lot of really detailed policy that's going to be coming out after spring break. We would have posted it earlier and shared our thoughts with you earlier, but we know that spring break is probably on everyone's minds instead of SGA campaigns. But there are a lot of great things we want to do, and the bottom line is that we just want to make a difference in day-to-day lives of students. This sounds very cheesy, but the reason that I'm running is because I believe in equal opportunity. I think that here, as a student, I've had incredible experiences being able to apply for organizations and make a difference in my life and other people's lives, being able to take classes and have really great professors. But I know that not everyone here feels that way. Some people don't even feel safe on a day-to-day basis, and I think that safety and having the opportunity to be the best person that you can be is a right. It shouldn't be a privilege. So that's why I'm running. I'll let these guys talk a little too.
Just reiterate, I'm Matthew. Nice to meet you guys. If I haven't met, I feel like I've seen all of you guys in here. What I'd like to just kind of follow up with Jennings, touch on why I decided to be a part of this campaign, why I decided to join Jennings and run and run for this position. I've always been involved. That's just kind of my thing. I was the 8th grade student body secretary at Brown Middle School, so it's kind of in my blood. I was also the student body secretary at Brown High School. If that helps. But I've always felt that inclination to help out my school, and I've always been involved, and I've seen the benefits of what that means. But I've also had plenty of friends that are not always involved, that they don't see what people are doing day to day on our campus, to see what people are making positive changes and positive effects on our campus. So I've kind of seen both aspects, and I realize that not enough of the aspect of people that are not involved are being represented here with student government. I think we made a tremendous strides, even since I was a freshman to right now with the current administration, with transparency, with availability to students. I think, but there's so much more that we can keep on going with that notion. I am cheesy. I get caught up. I love this university. I love what we've got going on here at the University of Tennessee. I want to be a part of it. I want to help out as much as I can. And I'll let Kayla talk before I keep on tripping over my words.
Hey everyone, I'm Caitlin, and it's McCandless. Mariah always gets it wrong. I knew you were going to do it. So I'm the only student services candidate, so I hope you all will vote for me. You almost have to, unless you want to write in somebody. But I decided to run with Jennings and Matthew because I feel like they're the most qualified, the most dedicated, and the most passionate out of the campaigns that are running. I have personally been able to work with them on student services committees, and Matthew is on government affairs freshman year, and Jennings is currently on government affairs. And I've been able to work closely with them and see how much they care, how passionate they are, and how dedicated they have been firsthand. And so that's something that I would really encourage you all to pay attention to when you're choosing who you vote for. But I have been in student services for 3 years. I'm currently the government affairs director, and I am running for student services because I've seen the potential for a lot of collaboration between all of our committees, and I feel like we can make a larger impact on campus that way. I know you all have seen a lot of what's been going on lately with the state legislature and all the great things they're doing for UT. So I've kind of been on the student representative end of that with many of you in this room, which is great. But I've seen what we can do when we come together. And I think, like Mara was saying with the petition, we have 2,300 signatures, and that is from the efforts of each and every one of you in this room, sharing that link, promoting things that are important to this campus. And I'm passionate about things like that, and that is why I'm running.
Thank you. We are Hardy Morris McCann and the list.
Awesome. And the third campaign that will speak with us is Hollingsworth Patterson.
Hey guys, my name is Carson Hollingsworth, and I'm running for student body president, actually.
Hi, and I'm Mackenzie Patterson, and I'm running for student body vice president.
And so we're on the campaign Hollingsworth Patterson. I'm running our last names, just like Hardy and Morris McCandless are doing, because we feel like it's important that you guys are knowing who you're electing into this office. So to kind of get down into why we are interested in running, why we're passionate about doing this. Recently, we've kind of found that SGA is just not really going to its full potential. Will and Madison have done a great job in the exec, but we feel like there's a lot of students on this campus that feel like they can't reach out to SGA. They feel like they don't feel comfortable coming to SGA with their problems, with their advocating. As we've been talking about tonight, there's a lot of issues happening on campus right now. There's a lot of advocating happening on campus right now, but they're not doing it through SGA. We really feel like SGA can be a channel that people can go through and that they feel comfortable going to, because we're the most effective way to get to administration, to get to the state government, to make things happen on campus. And we feel really bad that students feel that SGA isn't really supporting them, because honestly a lot of people don't even know what student government is and what they do exactly. So we're kind of trying to just take away the hostility within the organization, making it a little bit more welcoming to the students all across campus, and making it more of an organization that supports every single student on this campus, every single community on this campus, and that truly empowers the students in what they believe in and what they're passionate about.
Yeah, exactly. And so really it's all about pursuing the student body and making it really intentional and genuine, and making it something to where we can't just let the students come to us with their problems. We really have to pursue them full force. So my involvement is heavy on campus, but it's not as involved in SGA as some of the other candidates. I've got a really great fresh breath of air in SGA that I'm excited to bring, because I've worked with students all over campus, whether it be through student leadership positions or as an RA with people who would never consider themselves student leaders. And I know how to go out and find that perspective and those students' voices that don't feel pursued and that they don't feel important. Because it's all about valuing everybody. I mean, we've all got really important opinions, but not everybody's going to share them like some of the people in this room. We have to pursue them and meet them halfway, and to make them feel absolutely and 100% valued at this university. If that doesn't happen, then SGA can't fill its role. It's still going to have that perception of hostility, and it just can't afford to have it. If students don't believe that they can trust it, if they don't feel that they can talk to somebody that they know is an SGA and not feel intimidated, and it needs to have that warmer environment. If it doesn't, then it can't succeed, and that's really what Carson and I are after, pursuing the student body with full force and making it really personal.
Exactly. We realized, like we said, SGA just kind of been a little bit closed off to the rest of the student body. It's a little bit we're focused on our legislation and just trying to pass our next bill, because that's what we're passionate about, is passing legislation, which, that's the thing for students. That's also something people are passionate about, that in Senate. But we really feel like we're missing a big chunk of campus, honestly. We're not reaching out to them, or we're not passing legislation that's even relevant to a lot of students on campus. And that's why our slogan is actually doing what matters, because we're doing what matters for every single student on this campus, for every single community on this campus. And that's why we're reaching out to so many diverse students on this campus to try to see what they're passionate about and what they think that SGA can be doing for them. And then just personally, I know it's like pretty much like common for like candidates to say like, oh my gosh, I'm running because I just love UT so much. But it's like we are so passionate about the student body. We've been involved in a lot of different like aspects on campus, and we like to say it's like a Venn diagram kind of thing. We're kind of involved in like some of the same things. But she's been doing things like resident assistant, and campus ministries, and I've done things like Greek Lab and stuff. So we've seen like a lot of different areas of campus, and we're like really like bringing that together because it's the students and all these organizations. It's these organizations that have created us who we are, and it's what's created our passion for all the students across campus. And that passion is what's really fueling us to serve the student body, to serve every single student that we've interacted with on this campus. That feels like SGA isn't really doing its job, and it's really doing the best job that it could be doing. So that's like kind of like deep down like why we're doing this as a pair. And then honestly, I wouldn't be doing this with anyone other than Mackenzie Patterson. Like she is my partner, and I absolutely love doing this with her. I know we're going to be an amazing duo through this process. So I just absolutely love it, and I hope you guys love it as well, and get to like see all of our policy in the next few weeks because we'll have a lot of stuff coming at you in the next few weeks after spring break. So thank you so much for listening tonight. And if you have any questions, like please feel free to come up and talk to us. Like we really want hear what you guys have to say.
Please have coffee and lunch with us.
All right, so that's all I have to say. But thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you everyone who came out to listen to the campaigns. At this time, we have pizza out front, Ray's Pizza, so pretty good. So if you want to grab a couple slices of pizza, mingle around, ask them the campaigns, any questions you might have from what they've said, that'd be awesome.
Are we going to be just staring directly? Follow her. I think we're following her now. Following her.
Well, we're turning it off.